Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Roborock Qrevo robot vacuum cleaner. So here we have the base station, there's the robot vacuum cleaner. Let's talk about the base station. So the base station, you've got a clean water tank. This is where you're just going to put clean water. You can add a little bit of Roborock solution to it. This is the dirty water tank. So when it cleans the mop pads automatically, it's going to suck the water out of that base unit and put it right there. Once in a while you do have to empty that. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual robot. Down here, this is where it's going to clean those mop pads, and it's going to fill the water tank inside the robot, and it's going to suck everything out of there when it's done cleaning the mop pads. So here's the robot vacuum cleaner. Lift this up. This is the dust bin. So once in a while you have to clean that filter, but when it's vacuuming, it's going to put everything into this little chamber. Then when it goes back to the base station, it's going to suck everything out of here with a vacuum cleaner that's inside the base station. And then once in a while, you do have to empty out this dust bag. Change out that dust bag with a new one. Now around front, it does have a sensor on the front. We got LiDAR for navigation. It's going to map your house really well. Let's flip it over. Here's the mopping pads. These are spinning mopping pads. It's got a single roller right here, drive wheels, and a brush, and sensors that you do have to wipe off once in a while. Now the robot can lift these pads up and down, and it will sense when it goes to carpet, it lifts the pads up. And then when it's on linoleum, it'll spin them and mop the floor. Now these pads, once in a while you do have to change them. They're just Velcroed on there. Now you can remove these yourself. Now here's where it's going to spray the solution. So there is a tank inside here that the base station fills it up with a little port right here. And then when it's mopping, it squirts the water and solution out of this port right here to soak the mop pad, and then that's how it mops your floor. Yeah, so around back here's where it's going to fill this internal tank up with the water. There's the charging points. And so the base unit will automatically clean these mop pads, and then after the job is all done, it will dry them with hot air from 2 to 4 hours. It's a really low fan you'll hear kick on. Okay, so here's the Roborock app. It'll map, you'll do a mapping run. It'll map your house. You can put no-go zones. It'll tell you where the carpet is and the linoleum are. You can do different levels of cleaning. So you can have it do mop only, vacuum only, or vacuum and mop, and there's different levels of both. We can also do room cleaning. We can schedule this on a schedule to do different rooms or the whole house. Let's do a room. Let's do this one right here. Okay, so in this room, I've got some dog hair, some really fine dirt on the ground. I also have these muddy paw prints. We're gonna see how well it cleans this room. Okay, let's tell the app to have it start cleaning.
Starting selected room cleaning. Starting to wash the mop.
Okay, so the first thing it's going to do is going to wash the mop. It's not really loud, but you'll hear some water being put down there, and the mop pads are going to spin, and then the water is going to be sucked out of that chamber into right here. So you hear just some different sounds for about 2 minutes. There's like a pump you can hear once in a while. And it's going to use this clean water to fill the robot up. It has and also to wash the mop. So now it's going to travel and go clean that room. The mop pads are raised when it's traveling. Okay, so it's starting to mop right away. It's relatively quiet when it's mopping. It's going to go around the entire perimeter of your room first. And it is vacuuming also. It's just really quiet. So it's vacuuming and mopping. You know, it does a pretty good job of vacuuming. So it's been working on the dog prints. Not bad, not bad. Those are some pretty tough dog prints, muddy prints. I would probably have to have this one do 2 passes. But it's definitely picking up all the debris material. Okay, that was the first pass. I had this, since this was a really dirty room, I had it so it's gonna do 2 passes. You can do that in the app. Okay, so here it is. It's doing its second pass. Let's pause it real quick and let's take a look. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's been getting a lot. It got everything off the floor, but let's see if it finishes mopping that last part. So again, once it does the edges of your room, then it starts to go back and forth in a pattern. I think the second pass is going to get it. Pretty much. Maybe it probably needs one more, but it got most of it. Maybe. Okay, so it's doing its third pass now. I think that's what it's going to need. Yeah, the third pass is the trick. Yep, it left just a little bit, but boy, it did a good job. The floor is a little damp, but not too bad. Okay, so when it's finished cleaning, it's going to return the dock and it's going to clean those mop pads. Let's just flip it over real quick. There's how dirty they are, and it will clean them. And again, here's the base station. It's going to put water in that little area right down here, and then it's going to spin those mop pads, clean it, then it's going to suck it out right there, and then it's going to turn on the vacuum and suck everything out right here, out of the vacuum cleaner. Okay, here it is. It's finding the dock, and it's going to dock itself, clean the mop pads, charge, and then it's going to dry the mop pads, because those mop pads are pretty wet right now. So I like that it dries the mop pads when it's done, and then it's ready to go for the next time.
Charging. Emptying dustbin.
So there it turned on the vacuum in the base station to empty out the dustbin inside the vacuum. It's not super loud, but it is a little noisy.
Starting to wash the mop.
So now you're going to get back to those same sounds of putting water down there. You'll hear it spinning the mop pads, and it's going to clean those mop pads automatically down there. And I forgot to show you, so the app shows you in real time where it cleaned. So when it was cleaning, it would show the robot on the app.
Mop washed.
Now you hear a fan kick on. It's a really low fan down there that is blowing hot air right onto the mop pads to dry them so that they, that way if the mop pads are dry, it does help eliminate the odor. Okay, now let's go clean a room with carpet and linoleum. And this is the same for hardwood floors too. Okay, so in this room, I've got hardwood floors. I've got a dog toy. We're gonna see if it avoids that dog toy, and we're gonna see how it does. Now, right now, the mop pads are up because it's gonna clean the carpet first. But now, as soon as it goes to carpet, it turns the mop pads on. Or as soon as it goes to hardwood floors. Now it does ramp the suction up too when it gets to carpet. Right there, it's going to raise the mop. The mop pads are raised and not spinning. And here I've got some dirt and debris and dog hair. We're going to see how it does with it. Might take 2 passes. That was some pretty tough, but it did get a lot of it. Now it is trying to avoid that obstacle because it is pretty tall. If it's tall enough to get for that LiDAR there to see it, it does a pretty good job. It also has the bumper on the front. Now this does not take a picture of anything, but it does have a sensor on the front that helps it avoid obstacles. So it did avoid that pretty good. All right, now it's doing just a little linoleum. Okay, now let's see. It's vacuuming still. And here it comes again. So wow, it ended up getting most of that stuff. Yeah, let's take a look.
Dustbin removed.
Yeah, it did pick up everything.
Dustbin.
And now it's coming back to the dock. It's gonna wash the mop pads, empty out the dustbin, and charging,
and
be ready to go.
Starting to wash the mop.
Okay, so this is not my favorite robot. It retails for $900. It's usually on sale for around $770. This is February 2024. They've got a brand new Qrevo coming out. I'm gonna get it. I like the base unit, how it's not very big, and the vacuum cleaner is not very loud. But adding solution, Roborock can be a little tricky on that. You got to add your own solution to that water tank. Now I have a complete review. These reviews get really long. I'm trying to do like a complete review where does it avoid dog poop? Does it avoid cables? It doesn't do any of that. I'm going to be comparing it to the Ecovacs and the Dream L10S. Now I was pretty impressed with its mopping ability. That was a pretty big mess. For everyday mopping, it actually does a really good job. And I think it has really good suction on the carpet. Now where it struggles is turning the mop pads off when it gets to carpet can be kind of struggle. I did see it spin the mop pads on the carpet a few times, and it doesn't raise them super high. So you could see on this is pretty normal carpet. It kind of drags them on the carpet. This cannot remove the mop pads. So I'm anxious for ones that can physically remove the mop pads, leave them at the base station, and then go finish its job of vacuuming. I'm still struggling with the Roborock app. It's still crashing on me occasionally, and I really want, the other apps like the Ecovacs and the Dream, they just work. I don't like when the app is kind of constantly crashing on me. I've had these for about 3-4 weeks now, and it works sometimes it doesn't. So be sure and check out, I got lots of robot vacuum cleaner reviews coming up and comparisons, and also the brand new ones that are just being released. I got the Eufy X10. It's coming, it's being shipped right now. I'm pretty excited about it. So I will put links to this underneath the show description note. If you could hit the thumbs up button, that really helps out my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe if you want to see more robot vacuum cleaner reviews and comparisons. And I show you how to do all the maintenance on these. So I show you how they work in real life. Then I take them apart. I show you how to do them because there's quite a bit of maintenance on these things, especially the ones that mop. So I show you all the maintenance, how to change the filter bag, clean the filters. Be sure and check me out, my Instagram page. Look for my logo, Just a Dad, over on Instagram and Facebook group page. I do free giveaways there. I'm also on TikTok. So go over and hit a follow on those. I really appreciate it. Again, thanks everybody for watching.